We were just going to look at an image.
So how does that make you feel?
Fine.
I feel like here's the thing: if somebody touches you on the shoulder and the knee, you're much more likely to cry. Is
this
that
weird?
real?
Is this weird? Me touching you like this? Because it feels fucking weird.
A little bit.
Is this how we support each other's emotions?
Okay, I'm totally in agreement with normalizing like helping men, but if I was actually in a situation where I was like very emotional, I probably wouldn't want you to touch me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you guys.
And I don't know if in that position,
but
I'd have the strength to tell you that. Look, Chris, I know you mean well, but
I get actual advice from my friends, my dude friends. About once to 3 times a week, I'll go to the group chat that we share, and I'll be like, man, I'm getting fucked around, and I'm fucking stressed out, and I'm pissed off right now. Because that's the thing, is it's like, as a guy, it's like maybe I don't process my emotions very well, and I'll own that. But it's like I'll generally feel like pretty good or fucking mad. And my friends, between 1 and 3 times a week, completely talk me off the ledge, give me good advice, and make me feel better. That's what my friends do. So it's pretty normal for me to need emotional support and to get it from my guy friends. However, it doesn't necessarily look like that.
it doesn't necessarily mean crying.
Not for me.
Yeah.
No. It can. I think if I needed to cry, I'm sure you guys would be there for me.
Yeah, it comes up
the only,
very rarely.
The only men I've cried with are like you guys, but it was frankly almost every time it was like in the depths of a really gnarly psychedelic funk.
I'm the one who singled out this meme. I saw it and I was like, I didn't have like a problem with it necessarily, but also I kind of did because I was like, okay. This kind of implies that men don't give each other emotional support. I mean, and I would say that like, okay, men usually doesn't look like this when we do.
But we do.
But we do give each other emotional support, and there's like, even an argument to be made that we like do it very effectively. Like instead of we don't like necessarily meet our friends always exactly where they are and be like, it's like, oh, my friend's feeling really bad, so I'm gonna like. Let's talk it through and like we'll both feel it together and we'll both be sad for the rest of the day. We're more like, you know what, my friend's struggling right now. Let's bring him out and let's lift him up.
Yeah.
You know, let's take him out and let's have a good time and remind him that he's loved.
You know, it's like why the male suicide rate is so much higher than women's. It's like because we get shit done. We get it done. Your friend needs advice. You get it done.
Yeah, you get him out of that fucking slump.
Yeah. You're like, quit being a fucking bitch. Let's go get some squirts.
Let's go get some squirts.
To kind of wrap it up, it's like it is normalized.
We do that.
We do.
It just doesn't look like this.
And we don't need
much.
someone to say that we're not doing it because we don't do it in this way.
Like, do you want me to put on a pink shirt and we could slap a purple shirt on you? And then maybe we'll fear our emotions.
The sentiment is really good.
I get it.
And we all agree with the sentiment.
That's why I said I don't have a real problem with the idea. I don't have a real problem with like men expressing themselves more. No. I have a problem with the idea that we don't do that.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
then it has
each
to
other.
look like that when it's like, honestly, like my friends, it's like if they were to get too touchy-feely with me, I would probably have a hard time with that.
Well, don't just go touching dudes.
Well, okay, so what if we made an effort to normalize that type of emotional support for each other?
You know what? That would probably be great. But
would it be great, or would we just start like kind of
maybe the whole system would break down?
If I'm feeling like I'm being too vulnerable, I shut down because naturally it's like being vulnerable is not a fucking turn on to people.
Well,
yeah. I've heard a lot of women say they're like they don't actually like it when it happens. They like the idea of it.
Oh,
but once it comes around, man starts crying, and they're like, okay.
It's hard to handle.
Maybe
that needs to be normalized.
Maybe that goes both ways.
How about this? Maybe not.
I mean,
how about that?